Hello guys, welcome back to the stream. I hope you are doing well and you have a wonderful Wednesday evening or day, whatever suits you the best. For me it's evening obviously, but welcome guys. So Dryson, I don't know if you are still there, but enjoy your event. I hope it will be great. Welcome Kev, welcome. Dryson is a dude. Yeah, he's surely a dude. Surely. And a nice one, by the way. But welcome Kev, welcome. I hope you are doing well and having a wonderful Wednesday. So tonight, a flight in Ukraine for the first time. I know that in real life, obviously that's probably a closed airport, but we are not in real life, we are in Vatsim, so we have the chance to be able to fly in Ukraine and discover that beautiful country, because I'm pretty sure there is a lot of location interesting to see. So tonight will be a local flight. We won't be flying to another airport. We'll just go more to the west from our current position, and we'll just look at some lagoons that are on the way that well, looked nice on Google Maps at least. We'll see how it renders with the map enhancements that I use with Google Maps server. Hopefully it will be the best. Oh, look at that, another GA. Well, you don't see because you are with me, so let me change to the live scene. There we go. Oh, and overlay needs to go back. And also I need to start some apps that I forgot, because I'm doing everything not as planned as usual. So that's the server for this. Pops into live alert for support. Nice guy. Well, I don't mind, that's fine. That's fine, we don't mind. But yes, we'll be going more to the west, look at those nice lagoons and region, and we'll go back and just land there. I'm here, been here. Hello DevCrow, welcome back. I hope you are doing well, my friend. Let me just do quickly the Sim Toolkit Pro. So what I'm gonna do, since I'm coming from Odesa to Odesa, we'll do depart, oops, and arrive. There we go. Fly now. We are Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha as usual. And fly now, connect to MSFS, there we go. Alright, the banner should be working now. No, it's not. All the time I will forget that I need to refresh. There we go. Now we have the information. Good. Alright, so we are connected with that. We are on Vatsim already. We can see a plane on the background that is moving, so that's obviously another player with a Star Alliance livery apparently. Let's have a look to our flight here. So alternate will do all those with the same, since we are not flying elsewhere. Concerning the time and route, so let me check on my iPad here. I have all the information normally. Sky Demon, I agree. Route, start again and create route. No, not create route, open route. I already have it. So I have two different routes depending on if the ATC allows me to do that or not. One will be with a flight at 5,500 feet, so we'll be inside the TMA, and the other one is at 3,500 feet. So we will be below the the TMAs, therefore probably with no ATC, but I didn't want that, so we'll see. So it's a 1 hour 50 flight. In terms of fuel, we have for 3 hours and 45. Our speed will be 95, yeah, and 5,500 feet, that's correct. And the Warrior, welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Welcome to the stream. We are just about to file our flight plans. So routing will be Yuku direct. So I wanted to vacate via Alpha. Then we'll do Mayaki. I'm trying to read the name of the cities. Krasnakoza. I'm probably sure that I'm butchering the names of those cities, and I'm very sorry if there is some Ukrainian people on the chat. Serhivka. Then we have a huge direct to Trapivka. Trapivka. Then we go down near Desantne. Oh, you know what? Let me type local VFR to the west. We'll say like that. If he wants us to change the route, we'll change the route. But the time I've put, let's see, 6:40 in the morning. So 6:40 in the morning. So departure, if I look at the right time that we have right now, it's 8:30. So we'll say 19:40 we are departing. So time is 7:40 a.m. And we'll say also that we are streaming on Twitch. Air Amarok. There we go. Fire the flight plan. Flight plan is sent. Perfect. So we are all good. I'm just curious, have you played Sea of Thieves? I'm just looking for some games to play. I have played Sea of Thieves. I have some friends that sometimes want to play with me. It's quite a nice game. It is obviously nicer if you can play with friends, but it is still a nice game if you play it alone also, because you have the chance of playing with the sloop. Would you recommend it? Depends. Depends on what you want to do. I mean, it is a good game, but it is quite kind of a repetitive game if you are playing alone. If you are with friends, it's nice because you can go against other players and try to sink them. But if you are playing all alone, it can be pretty repetitive. So I would recommend if you have friends to play with it. Otherwise, it can be very boring if you're playing all alone. All right, let's open that window. Let's open that door. We have everything set. Yes. All right, so let's have a look here. We are 2 passengers. I haven't only played SOT on my own. Oh, really? You never played with someone else, DevPro? Interesting. No, that's not true, but I mostly played with friends. I barely played it alone because, as I said, it's alone can be boring at some point. But that's my opinion, obviously. So I have 80 liters of fuel, so that's 40 and 40. So let's put 40 here. Someone is arriving or departing according to the sounds that I hear. So 40, so 702 for the weight. I have 701.5. That's close enough. so I'm not expecting something bad. We are with the center of gravity slightly forward, so we'll have to put the trim a little bit backward to compensate, otherwise I will never go up. Everything is set here. Here we are good. Alright. So let's try first. Oh, I've put turbulence on realistic. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So battery on. We are almost full for the fuel, which is correct. We'll put the nav light. Here everything is off. Circuit breakers are off. Let's put down the flaps. They looks like to be working. That's insane, the fluidity that I have. Everything is fluid. Damn. I'm quite impressed. They did quite a nice job then with the Sim update 12. I know that the Cessna is not having any issues with Sim update 12 because I flew it yesterday. Well, it was not with the new setting for the turbulence, but the well, you know what? Making sure. Let's make sure that it is indeed set. I believe it's on assistance options, piloting. You see, it's good that I went to check that. So now it's on. Good thing. Thank you, DevCrow, for reminding me. They gave the Norway map away for free back in December that I was poking around at now, I guess, because at no would be a bit weird as a word. Alright, let's go outside and do our nice checks. Damn, look at the weather. The weather is great. Looks at least great. Oh yeah, I can also on my Sky Demon here use GTL. Alright, let's things first. Let's remove that. Let's go down here. Let's remove that choke here. Alright, looks like we are fine with the flaps. No burn nest, no specific scratches. Let's have a look here. Yeah, looks like good. The antennas looks okay. Windshield is okay too. Those antenna here are okay. Let's have a look over here. So if I pull off that, yeah, that's working nice. DevCrow recuperate no Sky Demon. Oh, you son of a. So Sky Demon is my flight planner and also my mapper. So that means that you don't want me to look at Sky Demon while I'm flying. Thank you. So I can just close my iPad because I cannot use it. So luckily I remember my flight and my routes, but but yeah. I mean, normally in real life, nowadays, you are using some kind like for flight or Sky Demon to check where you are, or you have maybe a GPS or whatever. But it's good to be able to know where you are without it, obviously. So thank you, DevCrow. Now I cannot use my Sky Demon anymore for all the flights. I don't have any actually. I don't know if I will put some kind of timer and say, oh, no Sky Demon for X time, because that would be a bit silly to not use Sky Demon all the way. but yeah, I have points. You did this to yourself. yeah, indeed. Well, that's why it's fun, isn't it? Alright, let's remove that. Propeller looks good. Engines looks good also. The lights look good. And the wheel looks good. That's what I figure. Yeah. I will probably put the timer, but you know what? Let's put the timer now. Let's say if I go to clock, if I remember how to right clock. That's good. Let's say that the no sky demon is for, I don't know, let's see, let's say 10 minutes without sky demon, without looking sky demon. I won't use the timer now. Yeah, 20 minutes. Let's go with 20 minutes. Let's go with 20 minutes. I will just use sky demon just for the maps, for the aerodrome, because I don't have it otherwise, and that would be a bit hard to navigate without seeing it. But let's say when I'm out in the sky, I will close my my sky demon and will not look at it. And we said it will not be stopwatch. We'll say a timer. Let's see. Let's put 20 minutes here. Save. All right. All right. So everything is good, so we can close that because it's very noisy. Let's turn on the battery again. Let's turn on the fuel here. Let's put that on both. Mixture full, throttle a little bit on. We'll put the beacon. I don't know if I'm allowed to start up before, but we'll see. What I can do is turn on the radio already, and I will keep those off for now because I don't want to drain too much of my battery. So the frequency of the first of all, it's the 80s, 133 100, 133 100. Let's go with that. 133 100.
Transition level 110, wind 250 degrees 2 meters per second, visibility 10 kilometers or more, temperature 8, 2.3 QNH 1017. Advise you have information echo. On first contact.
That's echo. Accidental button hit.
Odesa International Information Echo. At time 1930 Zulu, expect ILS approach runway 16. Transition level 110, wind 250 degrees 2 meters per second, visibility 10 kilometers or more, temperature 8, 2.3 QNH 1017. Advise you have information echo.
All right.
On first contact.
Information echo we have 8 degrees and 3 for the dew point. I'm not expecting any freezing because when I was looking at windy, there was not talking about freezing, so we should be okay. QNH is 1017, though that I can already set it, though it's already on 1017. Good. We have 200 more or less for the altitude of the airport, so 173 for Odesa, so a little bit higher, but we should be fine. We should be fine. We are in the range. That's good enough. And let's see. What we can do now is just put ourselves here for the charging. We'll pretend that we have some kind of GPU unit, which is possible, obviously, to have. And wow, I know it's an older version, but MSFX is $5 right now on stream. Yeah, well, on Steam, sorry. Yeah, well, there are still people playing it. I mean, it's working, so why not? So we have tower 125
on first contact.
So I'm putting just the 80s because I can avoid to
Odesa International Information Echo. At time 1930 Zulu.
1255.
Expect ILS.
Alright, so we have tower. So he said that's runway 16 that is active. So that's the one just behind me right now. So if I do the airport, yeah, it will be Alpha 1. So I will probably have Tango and Alpha 1 for the taxi. Yeah, which is just the departure. So let's call him. They have planes on there that I would want to fly that aren't in MSFS, so maybe, yeah, well, I mean, ultimately, they will probably come at some point, but yeah, go for it. If it's only $5, I mean, not a huge deal. Alright, let's call Tower and tell him that we want to do a local VFR to the west. And that will be looking at the lagoons nearby and come back to the airport. So let's do the call then. So we are Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha Cessna 152. We are at the stand 28, I think. Yeah, I think it's 28. Let me check on the airport parking. Yeah, that's 28. We are at 28. And we have and we would like to leave via Alpha if possible. Alright, let's call him. So what is the name? Is it Odesa Tower? Odesa Tower, okay. So we'll do a radio check as always. Odesa Tower, good evening. Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha radio check.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha, Odesa Tower, good evening, Radio 5.
Radio 5 by 52 and Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha, a Cessna 152 at stand 28. Request a VFR clearance for local flight to the west. We have Echo on board, QNH 1017.
Hotel Alpha, Roger, runway news 16, expect cleaning CTR zone via Alpha, after departure proceed direct waypoint Alpha, altitude not above 5,500 feet and squawk will be 3355.
Active runway is 16. We expect to leave the CTR via Alpha after departure direct Alpha, not above 5,500 feet and squawk 3355 for Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha, readback is correct.
Alright, readback is correct. So we'll do a direct to Alpha, which is cool, but because that's what I wanted, obviously. And not above 5,500 feet, so that's perfect. We'll be able to fly just below the TMA, but we'll see if approach can still give us some good points with a VFR flight following. So I don't know if I need to call the startup as I said, so let me just first put the transponder here. So it was 3355, so 3355, there we go, all set. 1017, we are going to Alpha. All right, let's ask for the startup. This is the Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha, request startup. I feel that sometimes
Station again.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha, request startup.
Hotel Alpha, startup is approved.
Startup is approved for Hotel Alpha. Alright, Hotel Alpha, that's perfect. I love when they shorten the call sign because it's obviously easier. So we have all that set. Beacon is already on. Yes, that's the case. That is open. So let's start up. Yay, baby! That's good. 1,000 RPM. Alright. All pressure is in the green. We'll turn alternator. It's charging. We can put back the flaps up. Flaps are going up. Alright, I can close this. Fuel, we are good. Beacon, we are good. All that is good. That is good. We can lean the mixture because we are on the ground.
Hotel Alpha, I have a clearance for you. Advice ready to copy?
Go ahead for Hotel Alpha.
Hotel Alpha, please after departure climb not above 3,000 feet and you can climb higher of the living CTR zone.
Confirm not above 3,000 feet, and after the CTR we can climb higher to 5,500 feet for Hotel Alpha.
Hotel Alpha, yeah, firm, please, not above 3,000.
Not above 3,000 for Hotel Alpha. Alright. He said 3,000, right? Or 2,000. Yeah, I think it's 3,000, but he wants us to go to Alpha at not above 3,000, and then we'll be able to fly higher. So we'll see at that moment. The winds, how are the winds here? I don't have any METAR, but I have the 80s, so the winds were 250 degrees and 2 meters per second. So the winds is quite calm. 2 meters per second is about 4 or 5 knots. But 250 degrees, okay, 250 degrees. That means that we have 1.6 like this. 2.5 should be like this. So we will have crosswind. We will have 5 knots of crosswind more or less, which is not a big deal for Cessna, but we still have to take that in account. And let's not forget that we have the new turbulence setting to realism. So we'll see if we are screwed or not.
KLM053 is shutting down. Thanks for having me.
What we're gonna do is that if I look at the aircraft parking dock system, there is not much room for a run up. So what I'm gonna do, because I want to avoid blocking anyone, I will ask for the run up on my own position, so that so that we are not annoying anyone. So let's request that. Odesa Tower, Hotel Bravo, Charlie Hotel Alpha, could we do the engine run up at our position?
Hotel Alpha, affirm.
Approve as requested, thank you, Hotel Alpha. Alright, let's do the engine run up here then. So we'll go full mixture. We'll climb to 1500. And we'll try the mixture. So up, down, good. We lost the power here. Let's climb to 2000. Too far. Alright, about 2000. So now magneto left. Alright, losing 100 both. Let's go to right now. About almost the same, but in the norm. We'll do here the carb hit also. Losing power, good. Go back. Alright. Engine instrumental pressure is good, fuel is good. Let's push forward full power. So the static, we are 2380 more or less, which is correct. Ooh, the engine, the needle was fluctuating. That's interesting. Let's see the idle. Yeah, it's holding, so we are good. So let's go back to 1000 here. We'll go on with the transponder that I don't need. So airspeed is good. We have 0. That's level. EGT, we'll see that in a moment. We can remove the lean the mixture again. QNH is set. Those I don't need. We are at 0 for vertical speed. Here we are correct. And ball is centered. Fuel here is good. Oil pressure is in the green. Oil temperature will climb. And I forgot to prime actually. Hopefully it won't do anything. I thought I heard you say your blood pressure was good. Well, my blood pressure is good indeed, but that's not the blood pressure I was talking about, obviously. So we are with tower, and after that we have approach 120-900. So let's put 120 here and 900 so that when we need to call him, we can call him. So I guess the 3000 was to avoid climbing too high for the departing aircraft. So that's why. Alright, let me check just the airdrome ground. So we'll go straight forward, then left, then follow the line until reaching Alpha 1. And then it's the departure. Alright. Alright. We are all good. We can call for the taxi. So taxi light. Hotel Alpha is ready to taxi.
Hotel Alpha, taxi to point runway 16, via taxiway 1.
Holding point 16 via taxi 1 for Hotel Alpha. Taxi 1, yeah, that's the name of the taxi. That's an intriguing. Yeah, taxi 1 it's called. Interesting, taxi 1. Alright, so parking brake released. Let's go. Let's put the power to brake off. And we can go back to 1000. Alright, so taxiway 1 is over here on the left. So that's the other station. And we'll just follow the line. So I see that I can go forward. Oh, interesting. They did two things. So there is here and there is here. But that's taxi 1. Yeah, I even have the 1 for 16. So let's brake here because that's the holding point. Alright, we are all good here. Taxi light will go off. Hotel Alpha holding short 16 ready for departure.
Hotel Alpha, wind 250 degrees 2 meters per second, runway 16, cleared for takeoff, report when airborne.
Clear for takeoff 16, so we report airborne for Hotel Alpha. Alright, let's go. Landing lights, strobe lights, altitude for the transponder. We'll confirm that we are doing 16 also for the runway. We have a plenty big runway, so we should be fine. So I can do a rolling takeoff. Alright, there is a big X on it, but alright. Let's go. Ooh, that's quite windy. 55, and let's go for the takeoff. Hotel Alpha is airborne, passing 300 feet.
Hotel Alpha, proceed direct waypoint Alpha, report over Alpha.
Direct Alpha will report on Alpha for Hotel Alpha. Alright, so that's to the right that we need to turn. So I'm not looking anymore to Sky Demons, so we'll do that by memory muscle. Hopefully will not crash. So I need to turn a little bit more to my right, otherwise it will be Sierra. Yeah, that is weird. There's kinda two runways. So not above 3,000 feet normally. So Sierra should be around here and Alpha should be in front of me, normally, roughly. And away we go, smooth takeoff, Captain. Thank you very much. Thank you. So we'll go with 2,000 feet. I don't want to climb to 3,000 because I have a doubt about the altitude. Look at that. That's a nice city over there. Well, it's not a photogrammetry city because I don't have any photogrammetry. But for now, Google Maps server is working sweet. I hope I remember where is Sierra. Because I have a doubt now of Sierra. I know that not Sierra, Alpha, sorry. Alpha was normally a town. Alright, 2,000 feet. Let's remove power. And let's level off. Or at least try to level off. Come on. Alright. So Sierra,
Odesa Tower 40,
I believe is over here,
on localizer runway 16.
but Alpha is a bit further. And Alpha should be, I think, that here, or was it? No, I think it was closer to the river over there. We have a nice view. Look at that. Look at all those farms here. Damn. Yeah, that's surely a nice region. No, actually, I believe that's Alpha here. I'm pretty sure it is Alpha, because it was a city, Alpha. That is quite sweet. So that's another city over there. That is freaking cool because it looks like very much and close to what I saw when I was looking at Google Maps for doing the plan. So that's one of the first lagoon. And there is others further. Was doing some research. I don't know if I want it even for $5, lol. Well, it's up to you, my friend. I wonder if the map enhancement alters somehow, you know, where the buildings are, you know, where the vegetation is, the trees and everything. I wonder if it's altering at some manner. It would be interesting if it's the case. So I know that after that I need to go that way, because that's the next point that I set. So we are at 2,100, so I believe Alpha, yeah, I think that's yeah, I do remember that actually here. And I remember that little lake over here. Yeah, we are on Alpha right now, so let's call him Hotel Alpha at Alpha 2,000 feet.
Hotel Alpha, contact Odesa Radar 120, correction 120.9. Have a nice flight, bye bye.
Switching to Odesa Radar 120.9 for Hotel Alpha, thank you very much and have a good night too. Alright, let's switch to the other frequency. And we need now to turn that way, so. Odesa Radar, good evening, Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha, Odesa Radar identified. Nature.
I'll say again your last frequency, you were a bit broken. heard the I heard part of it. Where's my music?
Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha QNH 1017. Continue as filed. Altitude not about 5,000 feet.
QNH 1017 will continue as planned and not above 5,000 feet for Hotel.
Ukraine International 274.
Alright, not above 5,000 feet. So, since I cannot go to 5,500 feet,
After Oscar Whiskey 1 proceed in direct.
what I'm gonna do is go to 4,500 feet. Because I always need, you know, those 500 feet difference.
Oscar 220, Ukraine
So-
International 27 Foxtrot.
The Ukraine International 27 Foxtrot, Oscar Whiskey 1 proceed in Oscar.
So let's go, as I said, to 4,500 feet. So since he's told me not above 5,000 feet, that means that I can go up to 5,000 feet without asking him, because I am on the TMA right now. But
International 27 Foxtrot descent
yeah.
2,000 feet.
Can I be mean
Clear
to
Dallas
you again?
approach
No.
runway 16.
Well, it depends. What do you want to do now? Not a Sky Demon again, I'm still on the clock with that.
Odesa approach, good day, Ukraine International 176 Echo, descending to flight level 130.
But yeah, go for it. I mean, the channel points are there for this.
176 Echo, Odessa radar identified, descent, altitude 6,000 feet.
Descending 6,000 feet,
Those
Ukraine International
colors of
176
the
Echo.
ground, they look a little, not only brown, but
Ukraine International 176
but a bit
Echo,
purplish
QNH
or
1017,
yeah,
transition
I
level
don't know.
110.
that is a weird color, but at least for terrain like that. I don't think it's possible. I know nothing. Plain lol.
Ukraine International 16 Lima.
Don't tell me that you have enough points already for the engine, because that will be that will be insane if you have. That will be insane. Hey, what do you think about the region, guys? How do you feel the region? I mean,
Ukraine International 17
it is
Echo,
it is
QNH
very
1017, transition level 110.
very farmer.
Transition level 110, QNH 1017, Ukraine International 176 Echo.
No, don't do that. Flat. Oh well, it is indeed. At least around Odesa there is not much mountains. At least the mountains are further actually. But yeah, it's very flat. Ouch. 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 What? And we can lean the mixture, by the way, because we are at 3,000 feet already. So let's lean it a little bit.
Ukraine International 27 Foxtrot establishment localized runway 16.
Oh yeah,
Ukraine International 27 Foxtrot,
I
contact
mean
tower 1.
ATC is perfect, sounds
5.5.
not too loud. That's
Tower
great.
1 to 5.5, дякую за контроль.
But the others, yeah, that's very annoying. Let me see if I can put another
Ukraine
music.
International 16 Lima, descent altitude 3,000 feet.
Let's see. Oh, perfect night seems a good, nice sound. So we are with Odesa approach, and after that there is even radar. But we'll see if we need radar. Maybe, maybe not. Him. Yeah, well, that's yeah. I don't know. Sometimes people are using very loud sounds for no reason. Where's my controller? Let me. Oops, let's take the plane correct. 75, that. Oh, F1. Ooh, look at that down there. Looks like some
Ukraine International
fishing
16
tanks,
Lima,
I
proceed
say.
direct Oscar 220. Descend 2,000 feet, clear Dallas approach.
Alright, let's remove the power here and level at 4,500 feet. We'll keep that altitude, that's fine. It's still higher than what I expected. I will burn a little bit more fuel than what I expected also, because I'm not as high as I planned. So that's the city that I was planning for return now.
Ukraine International 176 Echo, what is our next waypoint?
Jesus Christ, that killed my ears. Wow, X-Plane 12 is on sale for 33% off. Yeah, you know, somehow I kind of want to try X-Plane 12,
make full transition.
and at the same time I don't care about it because
Full
I
transition,
have,
Ukraine
I
International
have
176 Echo.
MSFS. Wow, my God, guys, don't put your microphone so high. Jesus Christ, that's insane.
Ukraine International 176 Echo, reduce speed to 00 knots.
X-Plane 12 controls were bad. That guy,
Reducing
yeah.
speed to 00 knots.
Jesus Christ. He's talking so loud. That's very annoying. Alright, let's go to the other side of that lagoon, because that's not a lake. I was made aware that it's a lagoon, which is not apparently
Ukraine
the same.
International 176 Echo, vectoring for ILS.
Stop eating your mic,
turn
fuck.
left, heading
Yeah,
340.
that's exactly the feeling that I have.
Left
also.
heading 340, Ukraine International 176 Echo.
Jesus Christ. The thing is, I cannot reduce the volume, because otherwise the ATC, which is fine, will be too low, and I will not be able to understand what he says. Damn, that region is quite nice. It is as good as I saw it on Google Maps. I mean, I kinda like those colors like this. It's very detailed. That's very cool. Honestly, that's very cool. Let me take a picture like this. So we are doing 900 knots,
Ukraine International 176
which is
Echo,
more or less correct. I need to be at actually here.
Descending 1000 feet, Ukraine International 176 Echo.
Jesus Christ, he loves to eat his mic. I mean, I know that you can set the audio, you know, of the pilot in some way that that either ATC sounds louder or you sound louder. But I don't get the idea of doing you a louder microphone. I mean, if you set it correctly, there is no reason to set
Ukraine
it
International
otherwise.
176 Echo, turn right, heading 070.
Ukraine International 176 Echo.
Stop.
Right heading
Even again, so let's turn on my iPad. Oh, I'm
Right
way.
heading 070.
Okay.
Correction, right
was aiming
heading
that city here.
070, Ukraine International 176 Echo.
I'm way to the left, but that's no big deal. At least I have clouds.
Ukraine International 160.
I would be very annoyed if I had no clouds. So now we go back to the south, back to the end of that lagoon, and we'll be following the coast basically. Oh, and I still have the landing lights. I don't need the landing lights anymore. I need to hop on air hauler and do my cargo run before the cargo job expires. And flying like 300 nautical miles. And flying 300 nautical miles? Jesus Christ. Is that a constraint of air hauler mission, or is it just you being insane? There's no AEP in the cargo. Oh, I see. So it's a bit of both then. There is no AEP. Jesus Christ. That's hard indeed. I mean, Sim Update 12 honestly is working perfectly fine. Look at that, I'm doing 60 FPS. $55K for the run though. Ooh, that's nice.
Heading 190,
That's nice.
descent 2,000 feet, clear Dallas approach runway 16.
That is quite nice indeed. For that, I mean 300, that's fine then. That's fine.
Ukraine International 176 Echo, descent in 2000 feet, right heading 190, clear LS approach runway 16.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I see that Bucharest went online. I wasn't sure if I wanted to, you know, leave Odesa and go elsewhere. When I was looking at the information and everything, it was not that clear actually. So I was thinking, what should I do? And finally I decided that I will just do a local VFR for a change. I mean, I'm always doing a flight from an airport to another, and I figured, why not doing for once a local VFR, and we'll just go back to our departure airport, which is fine. I mean, when will someone tell him? Well, I would say, when will someone kill him? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding guys, I'm kidding. I don't want the death of anyone. Yeah, it is. That guy is talking very, very close to his microphone. I mean, my microphone right now is not close to me. I mean, there is probably, let's say, 70 centimeters between me and the microphone. And I have a little knob below to change the gain of the
Ukraine
microphone.
International 176
And I have like 5 notch. Well, notch, not notch because it's free and smooth, but I can go to a 5th notch, let's say like that. And I am currently at 2.1, let's say. So you can very well hear me without problem. So the other guy is probably like this in front of the microphone, yelling as hell. Ooh, never mind. It's 450 nautical miles. Ooh, that's a bit different. So far, Sim Update 12 is the smoothest update of MSFS that I had until now. I mean, usually it's not that great, but right now it is working well. I mean, I even try in Geneva with Red Wing scenery, with a bunch of city scenery like Geneva, like Lausanne and Bern, and I honestly had zero lag, except for Geneva. But Geneva is something a bit strange. I'm not sure if it's the photogrammetry causing that or the scenery of Red Wing, but yeah, I had that I had no freeze, nothing. It was running just perfectly fine, so I'm quite happy. Sweet. Ooh, I love that here. Looks like kind of a park or something like that. But that is sweet. Yeah, that is quite sweet. The two legs go from one airport, then the destination is the departure, so that's why I was going to do it, but fuck it. Yeah, I can understand that. Hey, Limonada! Welcome, welcome, hello, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, muito obrigado, meu amigo. Espero que você tá andar bem também. How was your day, my friend?
Ukraine International 176 Echo contact Tower 125.5.
I'm having my AI
Tower
pilot
Ukraine International 176 Echo, дякую за контроль, до побачення.
My ears. I'm having my AI. Oh, he's turning to tower. Perfect. He's leaving my frequency. That's perfect. I'm having my AI pilot do the leg for me. It saves me times and stress, and I still get paid. Well, that's the most important, I guess. As long as you are paid, it is great. It is great. Estou bem. My day was good. Ah, that's good. That's good. I have a week. My last week went just like woof. That was insane. I didn't see the week passing by, and honestly, this week is doing exactly the same. I don't see the week passing by. I mean, we are already Wednesday, and tomorrow is Thursday. We're just one day away, let's say, from the weekend again. What the hell? What the hell? What is happening? The flight seems smooth. How is the new turbulence doing? Honestly, it's doing well. I mean, I have only 5 knots of wind, so that's not like something will kill my airplane with that. But it is going very well. And honestly, I was saying before you arrive that Sim Update 12 until now, for now at least, that's the smoothest update that I had until now on MSFS. I mean, every time I was flying other updates, there was always something bugging or making everything go like hell. And honestly, everything is smooth. I have 60 FPS right now. Yes, I do not have a bunch of sceneries on except of the airport where we departed, but 60 FPS, what the hell? I mean, that's perfect. That's the best experience that you can have with the track AR, because everything is smooth. You are not stuttered when you are turning left or right with the head. What else? What else? But I hope you have good performance too, Limonade. Let's see. I know that I switched something. Where did the month go? My B days in 2 days. Yeah, indeed. I mean, that time is flying. Yes, that time is flying. That's just insane. That's just insane. I don't see the time going. Does having more add-ons take away from FPS? I mean, yes, technically yes. Depends on the add-on. If it's a scenery add-on, yes, because you are, if you have, for example, a photogrammetry city like I have for Geneva, technically you are adding more polygons on your scene, more than the default one. So that means that your CPU has more to do. So obviously it's impacting your performances, therefore lowering down your FPS. But yeah, it's after that it depends on the CPU that you have, the GPU, the settings that you've put in the graphics for MSFS. There is a bunch of things that alter that. So you cannot just say, if I put a scenery of a city, it will crash. No, you don't know, because it cannot be reduced to only that. But yeah, that's I haven't updated yet. Oh, okay. Well, the update went quite fast for me, but obviously it depends a lot on the on everyone PC and internet. Even if you're not near it and on the other side of the world, I mean, well, no, I mean the way how MSFS is working. There is what he calls he calls that, but it's the actual word. It's using LODs, which means that further you are from something, then the camera will start with a more simpler form of that model. Meaning, for example, let's pretend I am doing a house, and I have 3 different level of that house. I have the very detailed one, the medium one, and the very low basic detailed version. And if I'm very close, I have the very beautiful detail. And as I'm going away from that building, I will have the lower version appearing, actually, which means that it's also giving more space for the RAM and the CPU and everything. So no, technically, if you have a scenery that is, let's say, in Colombia and you are flying in Switzerland, technically it won't affect anything, because you are not on that region. Technically, the only thing that it will happen is just the loading times. That will be taking more time, because it's still loading that scenery. But it will not be real-time loading it if you are not on that region. Oh, hello, Mr. Manicool. Welcome, my friend. I hope you are doing well. How was your day? I believe you were on Wednesday, so you have one of those big days, right? Well, it's all big days for you.
Contact Odesa radar 132.2.
We'll switch to radar 132.2 for Del Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha. Thank you. Alright, we are going to switch to radar, which is 1322, we said. 1322. So Odesa radar, and we are at 4,500 feet. So I will say to him that we are going until reaching more or less the city of Desonne, then we'll be back, going back to the, so Odesa radar, good evening, Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha with you at 4,500 feet.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha, hello, Odesa radar, QNH 1017, report your next point.
QNH 1017, and we'll be following the coast and go next point to Trapivka and then to Desonne.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha, roger, continue flight.
Just fine for Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha. Alright, that's the thing, when I have cities I'm always a bit obnoxious, you know, because I'm like, does he know? Is he from Ukraine or not? Or I mean, from that location or not? Because, you know, when I was flying in Portugal once, I had a very good ATC. Well, they're all great actually, but there was one that was doing radar and he's from Portugal, so he knows the region, he knows Portugal. So when I was telling him I'm going to Vila Franca de Xira, for example, he knew where it was. But I remember once I was flying and it was not a guy from Portugal, and he didn't know nothing about Portugal, only the procedures, but that's all, which is technically enough. But that's when I was told, for example, that in my flight plan I should put the actual ICAO codes that some Vatsim divisions are using, if they are using that. If they are not, that's another thing. But Portugal does have a document with specific ICAOs that you can enter in the route, and it will show up on their app called Euro something. I don't remember exactly the name now of the app, but it will show the map on the map my exact routing, which is good for people that are not from the region, because they are still they still know where you're heading because they see it obviously. But that's always a huge gap. You're like, should I should I say a city or not? So now he knows that we are following the coast and go to Trapivka, and then we'll do Desantne, so he knows where I'm heading right now. And after that I will go back following the coast to reach Serivka and go to Sierra for an entry point again. But probably HC will be gone at that point, because the event should be ending in half an hour normally, so we'll see. We'll see. So let's me back to the chat. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a lot of things. Exactly, sir. How is the flight? Well, the flight is going very well, Manical. I have also the new setting for turbulence that came with Sim Update 12, and I have it on realistic. So as you can see, the Cessna 152 is just working perfectly fine. No issues at all with the Sim Update 12, which is very great. That's when I love when you don't have too much to change. But yeah, the turbulence thing is quite nice. I saw earlier Deathcrow was streaming also quickly the turbulence with some specific weather preset, and it was quite amusing to see how it reacted with the 208. But yeah, that was interesting. Do you remove everything from community or rename your community before updating? Well, I forgot actually, but normally you should be removing everything and do the update and put it back and see if alter something. But for me it didn't do anything, so lucky that. Never did it, Limonada, and never had any problem, but it's recommended though, yeah. Oh, do a barrel roll. okay, let's do the barrel roll. So let's try to do that properly. Alright, there we go. There you have your barrel roll, Manical. That was a sweet barrel roll. Me happy, yay. I hope you are enjoying those new channel points and the icons, because believe me, it was a nightmare to do them. It was a true nightmare to do them. But it was funny. I was trying to find other things that I could do, but I have no idea yet, so I will have to see. But in the future I will be adding more. So let's level again to 4,500 feet and let the speed gain again. Oops, sorry, forgot to block the camera. I don't know why they recommend it if nothing happens, lol. Well, it depends. There is some add-ons apparently that are known to react very badly with the updates, so that's something. But yeah, that's usually I don't do it because I'm too lazy, but yeah, I mean I think I never had very huge issues with that, but that doesn't mean that I will not have it in the future. We'll see at that point. I used to do so, but now it messes up my GSX, so I'm not removing anymore. Yeah, I mean, you can try. I mean, if it's not working or you have any issues, well, you can still unload things. and just do without it, obviously. Okay, maybe there is an AP. Oh, okay. You were deceived then. Try landing at Cascais later and let's see how the turbulence goes. Oh yeah, at Cascais that must be very intriguing. Actually, I'm quite curious to try that once, one day. Not maybe tonight because it will be a bit late, but I will be curious actually to try that at Madeira. Imagine at Madeira, how it must be insane with the turbulence. ATC is screaming right now, no? I have to spare a lot for the engine cutoff. Can we negotiate? Yeah, I put it first on 10k, and then I was like, oh no, hold on. At 10k, I will have too much people being already able to do that, and it will annoy me. But you know me, I'm someone very, very nice. I could imagine to put it back to 10k, and you will be able with 10k to do the engine off. Is that okay for everyone for that? I mean it's up to me at the end, but 25k will be fair. Okay, fair enough. 25. Where is it right now? Is it 50k then? Did I put that at 50k? Oh yeah, 50k indeed. Yeah, well then we'll do half then, 25k. I will change it for the next time. I used to it, but right now it's so much stuff to remove, like the AIG package and FSLTL, and it would take a lot of time. Yeah, I don't use any more AIG because FSLTL is working just fine for me. I don't need it. I don't need AIG anymore. But yeah, I mean, if you have indeed all that, it is very long to do again. So I can understand that. Maybe you have to come in high at Cascais because of the houses and trees. It is so turbulent. Yeah. I mean, I think I did once. It was not with the Cessna, it was with the Warrior 2. And I think in real life I will be apologizing to people there because I will have ripped off their roof. But yeah, it was the first time I was going to Cascais. I was not aware. I was young and stupid. Well, I'm still young and stupid. Well, not young, I don't know. Stupid, that's for sure. But yeah, it was. I mean, even Lisbon. I mean, I remember I was doing a lot flight to Lisbon in the sim, and. At some point, I was always seeing that I had a lot of wins on the final for runway 02. Now it is, and it was funny because last year I went to Portugal with my mother to Lisbon, and we had runway 02 actually now for the arrival, and it was very funny because. When we arrived, the aircraft in real life was shaking the same way as in the sim. So I was like, holy shit, actually MSFS is not that wrong. It is quite realistic actually. The aircraft was doing that while arriving, which is perfectly normal in Portugal because in Lisbon that's always very windy. That's a norm. When you go to Lisbon, you can expect all the time winds in the city, on the finals for the runway, whatever. There is always wind there. It's very hot, but there's always wind, and it was very, very amusing to see how close MSFS was actually. So all those people spitting on MSFS saying it's not realistic, blah blah blah. Yeah. Screw you. Sorry for the language, but screw you. MSFS is perfectly nice, works perfectly fine, and stop comparing X-Plane Prepared and MSFS. compare what is comparable, and MSFS is not yet comparable with the two others, so stop doing that. I have both because FSLTL still don't have some liveries, and AHE took me ages to install, so I'm not just getting rid of it. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind for those liveries that are not in the scenery, not in the scenery, in FSLTL, so that's okay for me.
Golf Echo Charlie, climb to Hotel 360.
But I can understand that if you have specific liveries that you want to see and FSLTL doesn't have it yet, I can understand
we
that.
We actually get flight level 240 for our final.
Golf Echo Charlie, Roger, climb to Hotel 240 final.
240.
So according to my banner, I'm doing 98 knots. Well, that's my ground speed. Yeah, ground speed. No, airspeed 97. Nah, that's wrong. I'm seeing 95 right now.
Actually, Golf Echo Charlie.
But look at that. I am doing indeed 110 almost in the
Are you able to climb level 250?
in the true airspeed.
Yeah, 250 will work.
So that city here is the next point that we are doing, and then we'll go that way and keep it over that region. But over there, there's a very, very nice location, at least interesting in the colors. Again, that's more the colors that interest me in that flight, because it was very interesting to see that in MSFS. To see that on Google Maps, so to see if it's the same in MSFS using Google Map server with map enhancement. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And I hope the music is nice to everyone in the ears, because it is for me, but it is important that it is for you too. I don't want to be the only one enjoying that music. I want everyone to enjoy the music. And the flight, obviously. Oh. Look at that. Look at the shape of the ground here. So interesting. I need to fly a little bit more in Ukraine. I mean, Ukraine looks great. As I said, I never went there in my life. Even in real life, I never went there, and I will probably never go there for a few years, sadly. But looks quite nice. I don't even want to do this cargo run now. I like the cargo, but this flight is annoying. Oh yeah, well that's annoying when you have a flight to do and you don't have, you know, the motivation to do it. That happened to me a few times, let's say. I don't want to say a lot of time because that would be a bit exaggerating, but a few times I was a bit pissed. Alright, next point will be the Zantenay. Is Ducky Duck going fine? No, because of the barrel. No, actually he's doing fine. I mean, look at that. Hey Ducky. How are you doing? Huh? How are you doing, my friend? You seem angry. That's not my fault, the barrel. Be angry to Manacle. That's him who requested it. Be angry to Manacle. I have nothing to do with that. Well, actually, I have much to do with that, because that's me who put it, but that's fine, that's fine. That was a nice barrel, and of course, Batman is not there to see a barrel roll. For once I'm doing a barrel roll, he's not there. Qui aime bien châtie bien. Exactly. I agree with that. I don't even know the similar expression in English. I don't even know if there is a similar. Well, probably there is one, but I don't even know how you say that in English. What would be the closest one? I think there is one is you sow like in the farm, you sow what you seek or something like that. I believe, or what you. I think there's something like that. That would be maybe one of the closest. We have the actual one also in French, but that's something closer, I guess. Dang, look at that reflection here. So cool. And I don't know, I feel that the clouds look somehow better. Do you feel that they I don't know, they don't seem to be that grainy as before, but I'm very far from it, so maybe that's why. But they look crisp, not crisper, but well, less grainy. I don't know which word to use actually. It's not the motivation, it's literally pissing me off because the stupid AP isn't there. Oh yeah, well, if you have 400 knots, 400 nautical to do with no AP, I can understand that it is a bit difficult. let's be honest. Well, those lagoons are quite nice. Big lagoons, but quite nice. And I'm perfectly level, look at that. 4,500 feet exactly. At 1017 QNH. Oh, and yesterday I saw a video from a French guy who is pilot in real life that was trying to the Bendix, you know, on the, I believe that was the Bonanza he was on it, or the Baron, I don't remember, one of the two, and he was trying the Bendix Fayers part that Black Square installed, and it was very funny because he put everything at the maximum, so maximum probability to have a failure. And as he was climbing from Calvi, which is in Corsica, to go to Nice, I think it was, yeah, to Nice, he had the AP that was not working, and he was wondering why. And suddenly he saw that one of the circuit breaker that is related to electrical trim was actually not working, and he tried to push it in again, and at some point when he started it again, the AP, it pushed away. So it was like, okay, I think we have the electrical trim that is out, which means that we don't have the autopilot, so you had to manually fly. One thing that was interesting is, I believe, I don't know if he was doing an IFR or VFR. If he was doing a VFR, then he was doing wrong, because there is a specific rule between when you are flying between Corsica and the mainland, which is France. You cannot just do a VFR from Nice and just go straight ahead above the ocean to Corsica. You have to follow specific routings, and which is interesting is those routings they are actually IFR points. So as a VFR you need to enter IFR points, which is a bit weird, honestly, but that's how it is. That's the way to do it. If you don't, you could be in big problems, I guess, with radar and everything. So But that's
Train
yeah.
radar, or Odessa radar, Golf Echo Charlie.
Fuck,
Charlie,
fuck it, I'm done.
Charlie,
Too much flight sim.
we need
Sorry,
to land.
no worries, my friend, no
No
worries.
Bravo Charlie for the left.
As I always said, I don't mind if you are renting a little bit.
Airstrip for
That's not a problem. I can
about,
perfectly understand.
8 o'clock, distance to 5 miles. It's the closest one.
Oh, I
and,
see that it's
by the way, you can find the airfield.
loading.
Just land right there.
Yeah, I guess it's because I maybe reached the. No, actually
Said
not
8 o'clock
reached.
and 5 miles.
I don't know.
Yeah, at about 8 o'clock to 5 miles.
Yeah, we could make that. Is
So
that
yeah,
your
that was the thing I was trying to see, but I'm
My airspace, this is the.
yeah, I'm too
closed
far
airfield.
to see it actually.
Okay, yeah, we'll.
That's sad.
Can you give
So-
us the IKO?
So now we'll go back to
No, I care.
we'll go back to the Serivka and then no, to Tsanzika to enter the control zone via Sierra. So the Zantne is the city just right here. That's the Zantne. Yeah, I'm too far to see it. That's sad. But if I continue that way, I will be crossing the country. So that's not exactly what I want, obviously. Yeah, I can barely see that there is something interesting over there. But as I said, I don't want to cross the country, so I will not do that. Otherwise, I will be in Bucharest here. So let's turn now, and let me call him back to tell him that we'll be following the coast, and
Echo Charlie Charlie, the side, approximately heading to 70.
and we want to enter via Sierra at Odesa.
Yeah, we're looking at uniform Kilo Lima Echo. Is this the one you're talking about?
Bye. You said for Kilo Lima Echo?
Yes, sir. Uniform Kilo Lima Echo.
It shouldn't be because on Lima this is in another airspace. You can find the town Ismail called.
Mm-hmm.
Ismail?
That's correct, Ismail. So it's gonna be at your left block now. Approximately heading to 70.
Okay, we have it on the map. We don't have field insight yet, but I'll call field insight for you. Golf Echo Charlie.
Golf Echo Charlie Charlie, Roger. Local QNH 1017, and then we'll call.
Yeah, that's the
brigade.
TB9. That is
101,
not far from me actually. So let me.
Crane 4 airborne, direct Ratna.
Let me call him back and tell him that we are following the
Crane 417,
coast
negative radar contact,
and we would like to enter via Sierra
that's,
at
transponder
Odesa
Charlie.
for stop landing.
Charlie, transponder Charlie, challenge Ukraine 417.
Radar Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha.
Let's go again.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha with a request.
Hold on,
We just passed the waypoint de Zandne and we'll be now following the coast for an entry via Sierra for Odessa for a full stop landing.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha. Roger, continue on the route to Sierra, and I'll sit out about 5,000 feet, QNH 1017.
We'll proceed on course not about 5,000 feet, QNH 1017 for Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha, thank you. Alright. I don't know what happens to me today, but I'm I'm very proficient with talking. What the hell? What is happening today? Am I that happy to fly in Ukraine? Jesus Christ. Usually I take so much time to do my sentence, and for some reason today I'm very very active. Jesus Christ. Well, I had a good day. So.
Jones 417, radar contact, set squawk.
Which is very sad because I'm pretty sure I'm that happy today because my holidays were validated by my manager, so I know that in May, at the beginning of May, I will be able to go to Disneyland in Paris with my girlfriend, so that's probably why I'm happy. That's interesting. One thing with what I see right now. I mean, there is mountains in Ukraine at some places, but but right now, as you can see,
Charlie Charles, stand by. I can get some general information.
Right now, as you can see, we have a quite flat land in front of us and all around actually of us, and what's interesting is that I do feel like I am in the Netherlands, which is obviously wrong, but it feels like we are in the Netherlands and everything is flat. I mean, Netherlands is very flat. You have no idea how flat it is, but it's really truly flat, which is very impressive to see in real life actually. And what are your plans for your holidays? Well, actually we are going on a 3-day trip. Well, no, actually it's more than that. So to start that again. So I have my holidays between the 8th of May to the 12th of May. But the weekend before that,
via
so
Ratno 1 Yankee arrival contacting
6th of May,
challenge Ukraine
during the evening I will be with my girlfriend at Lausanne for a concert of Hans Zimmer and George Williams. So great concert. I'm pretty sure it will be great. And the next day I will probably be on the road to go to Disneyland Paris. I will stay there 2 days, I believe. Was it 2 nights and 3 days, or 1 night, 2 days? I don't remember. But we want to do the full experience, which means that we want to be on those hotels at the park, not the ones that are 50 kilometers from the park. So it will cost a bit, that's for sure. But that will be great. That will be great. Oh yeah, you said it to me the other day. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I don't mind to repeat. I never mind to repeat. Never. Never ever.
International 265 for the operator at the contact. Clear to Amnesty Yankee arrival, expect Alexander 16.
Clear, I'm Amnesty to Yankee arrival.
Let's see if I can find
for ILS runway 16,
nice
International 265.
International 265, you never ever cleared for approach, but expect approach runway 16.
Expecting runway 16, International 265.
Well, that's a very, very nice evening for everyone. Good music, good company, great ATC, nice location. What else? What else? Maybe an espresso, but no, I'm kidding. That's a bad joke. A very bad joke. I'm sorry about that. Hey Buff, welcome. Hey man, how is it going? I'm doing fine, thank you. What about you? Welcome to the stream. We are heading back to Odesa after our nice little turn local of the region, which is a very nice region, honestly. A lot of farms. Farms of what? I don't need. I don't know. Sorry. I guess that's wheat farms over there, but yeah, that's we are having way too much fun. Great weather, turbulence, new setting is working perfectly fine with realism. SU-12 is working wonderful, which is quite strange for MSFS. The Cessna 152 from WBSim is working perfectly fine in Sim Update 12. No big issues at all. Everything was working smoothly. That's what I got. I'm good. Got scared today. Scammers called pretending to be the bank. Oh, Jesus Christ. Damn. I hope you managed to send them a good scare too. Always annoying when they are calling. Always. I mean, here in Switzerland, we don't even need scammers. We have just insurance health calling, which is worse. Honestly, that's worse. They annoy everyone. I don't blame them because they are only doing their job, but nobody loves when they are calling. Nobody loves that. That's very annoying. And believe me, in Switzerland, insurance health. Woof, that's no. How is it? It's health insurance. Sorry, that's the other way around. Actually, the word. The health insurance is something very, very important here in Switzerland. I mean, with a friend, we always laugh about the fact that you can postpone your taxes. You can postpone your bills about the phone or whatever. But there is one thing that is very, very bad if you don't do that. It's not paying your health insurance. And that's very amusing for us when we talk about that, because it just shows how much in Switzerland we care about health. So we care so much about that the rest is obsolete. Or less important, let's say that. They told me that someone was trying to make a purchase of 1,500 on my card. I don't think I even have 100. Well, everyone, always remember, banks will never call you or send you an email asking you for personal information. So if they do, the best way to avoid anything and to avoid those stupid scammers is to tell them, oh, someone is trying to push 1,500 bucks of my credit card. Can I come to your office to talk about that? And if they are true guys from the bank, they will say, okay, come along. They have nothing to worry. If there are scammers, they will try by any means to convince you that you don't need to come to the office. And if they do that and insist very much, that means that they are not the bank, because there is no reason that they insist that much. But I think I never faced. Yeah, I think I never faced any scammers. Because I'm very careful usually with everything. So, but yeah, scammers I think I never had, which is fine for me. You can see my little routing on Sim2 Pro. That's very funny to see. Not a very straight.
Charlie 100
Thank you.
Now everyone is very low. Why is everyone very low? Let me. I think actually I need to go there. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't show. That's good. Let me push a little bit higher the pilot on the settings of the sound. Oh, I did too much. Let me go back a little bit more. Yeah. We can lean that way. Okay. Now we are perfectly leaned. And we can continue. Yeah, I did. I told them that I was going to the bank directly to deal with it, but they said no, we can fix it online. Yeah. There is for a bank, if you want to go to their office to fix it because you want to do to be there personally, usually the banks will have no reason to say no, we can do that online. They will if they are, as I said, if there are scammers, they will probably insist to do that online, because obviously they are scammers. So if you go to the office, the bank will be like, the hell are you talking about? we never called you. So obviously you will be revealing the treachery there. I've had calls of my daughter's kidnappers threatening to kill her if I don't send them money, but I don't have kids. I mean, that's when you see that scammers are not doing their homework. Because if you want to scam someone, be at least sure that the scam that you are doing is relevant to the one that you are scamming. That would be very silly to call someone to say them, hey, you have to pay us $1,000 or we kill your daughter. Okay, go for it. I don't have any daughter. That would be interesting.
265, contact with radar 120.9.
That would be interesting. I've lost like $2 or $3 at this point. Well,
contact us approach on 120.9.
That's a sad loss. Yeah, I think at some point we are almost reaching the CTA of Odesa, so we'll be switched also for to Odesa approach, and I think it's still online, right? Yeah, approach tower is still online, so we can expect to have them for the landing, which is cool. For me, the worst with the scammers is the ones that try to scam old people, you know, because when you are young, you can be tricked. That's not because you are young that you cannot be tricked. You can be tricked like anyone, but it's a bit more difficult, obviously, because you are maybe more aware of what's happening. But when you are an old person, that's not necessarily the case, and I hate the scammers that attack old people and try to steal them a lot of money, because they didn't grow up with internet, with computers and everything. They are from the old generation, so it's a bit easier to scam them because they probably don't know. But yeah, that's very what's the word? Coward to do that, honestly. So this is a round trip. Yeah, it's a local flight, actually, a local VFR flight. I wanted to go a bit to the west to see how how it was, because on Google Maps it was quite nice to see all those lagoons that we are flying next to right now, like those ones here. And I was curious to see how it goes with the map enhancement also, because I do have map enhancement with Google Map Server right now. So I was wondering if I would see exactly the same as I was seeing in Google Maps on the website. My mom had her Facebook account hacked because she opened the link. I tell her all the time not to open things. She thinks I'm paranoid. yeah, it's never open things that you are not 100% sure of who's the sender. That's why I always give some tricks to my father to be sure that an email that he receives from me is actually from me and not from someone else. And there's a lot of tricks that exist. I mean, you can check, for example, the email, because it sounds stupid, I know, but most people doesn't actually read entirely the email. They just they just quickly actually read the first letters and see something familiar, and are like, oh, that's my son sending me an email. Oh, that's blah 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 sending me something. And when you see the email in full, you can already see that there is something wrong in that email. And I mean, it's like people receiving, for example, emails from Microsoft, and it's started by Microsoft at blah blah blah, and people are like, oh, it's Microsoft, that's written Microsoft. And when you read exactly the email, you see that what comes after the at is weird. Actually, that sells off the fact that it's not actually Microsoft sending you that. But yeah, I mean, you can argue as much and warn as much as you want. There will always be, you know, that little doubt in the mind of everyone, and especially on some people, and you cannot do much about that. There will always be people tricked, sadly, but that's why we need something to protect them as best as we can. Did you choose to have the rubber duck, or does it come with the plane? It's cute. It's actually coming from the plane. It's an Easter egg from WBSim. He put that actually on it, so we can remove it or put it. But I kinda like it. I find it funny actually. So, and we even have a name for him. It's Ducky Duck. So say hello, Ducky. Huh? Ducky, say hello. Have a smile. Jesus Christ, you are such a downer. Yeah, I love when developers do those kind of things, because I find it funny and amusing to see. I wonder, since we have the turbulence, I wonder if now MSFS is taking into account, you know, the wake turbulence, because until now I believe it's not exactly implemented. So when you have on Vatsim the ATC telling you wake caution turbulence, you are just complying it, but you don't really have it, so it's not like a huge big deal. But I wonder if now with the realism turbulence from Sim Update 12, if we maybe have it, that would be interesting to test one day. To have maybe an A320 landing, and you try to land just at the same level and see if you have something happening to the aircraft, because technically what's happening with the wake turbulence is that the how to explain that, the winds that are messed up by the engines going full power when you are taking off, for example, it's messing all the waves of the winds behind. So what happened is, if you enter that wake turbulence at that moment with a light aircraft like a Cessna, for example, you will have a very bad day, and I insist on very bad because your aircraft will be shaking as hell and probably you will be crashing. So that's why when in real life, at least when an airliner is landing, you are supposed to look where it touched down, because you need to fly a little bit further of that point to avoid that turbulence. So, but again, I wonder if it's maybe implemented now with the new setting. If it is, that's interesting, because that means that we have a new layer of things to take care when we are flying, to be aware of, which is quite interesting. It's been almost a 2 hours flight, so quite nice. Sounds scary if that's what it's like in real life. Yeah, well, I mean, the purpose of a flight sim technically is to be realistic. So if we want to reach that realism, obviously we need to have those wake turbulence like in real life. I believe that X-Plane 11, even X-Plane 11 didn't have that, and I don't think that X-Plane 12 has it all also. So if MSFS has implemented it with Sim Update 12, that means that you will be the first to have it, which is interesting, because as I said, every time people are comparing X-Plane on and MSFS, which is stupid because they are not comparable. I mean, it's like comparing a Porsche with a Citroën 206. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. They are not at the same level. So how do you compare that? Frequency is quite calm. What's happening? Let me check. Oh, there is quite nobody actually. You see, that's the thing that annoys me a bit. I mean, I don't blame pilots, of course, but there is some events that have more attraction than others, and I tend to think that events like the one that we have today, Odesa Online Day, is more interesting that another flight in a location that you did 100,000 of times already, because there is less those events. So for me it's more interesting because I'm discovering something that I don't know. And Ukraine, I don't know Ukraine. I never went there, even in sim or in real life. So that's quite interesting to see the difference. So I see that we are quite almost. Oh, hold on, he went offline actually. 132. Oh no, he's there. He's there.
Odesa radar, Ukrainian International 53 Bravo, cruising in altitude, flight level 520, towards Vatsim.
So we are almost at Odessa. Oh, that's Odessa radar actually. So
One Yankee arrival, expect approach run 16.
Ukrainian International 53 Bravo, repeat again please.
International 53 Bravo, cleared at San Juan Yankee, expect to approach round 6.
From Odesa to San Juan Yankee, runway 16. Ukrainian International 53 Bravo.
Hotel Bravo, Charlie Alpha, contact Odesa Radar 120 to floor 9 at the time.
Switching to Odesa Radar for 1209 for Hotel Bravo, Charlie Hotel Alpha. Thank you very much for the evening and have a good day. Let's switch to Odesa Radar. Odesa approach. Good evening again, Hotel Bravo, Charlie Hotel Alpha.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Alpha, this radar, descend altitude 4,000 feet by QNH 1017.
4,000 feet, QNH 1017 for Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha. Alright, 4,000 feet, there we go. Let's descend. I remember the first time I saw your stream, I was surprised by how realistic the background looks. Well, that's the beauty of MSFS. The beauty of MSFS. Everything seems so realistic with it. I mean, that's the main point of Cell for MSFS. I mean, they plan with that in mind. So. And they did that perfectly fine. Let's keep 4,000 feet. QNH 1017 set. So we are entering the TMA. Sierra is way further, so it's after the lake, and it's a city also. There's so much city for those. But I'm quite happy that Skydemon does have the charts for Ukraine, because it could have been out, obviously. There is some regions that I don't have any charts actually, even free ones from the AIP, because in real life you do have. In real life,
1839 monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8.
Unicom 112 decimal 8 international 109.
So yeah, you have some website in real life that does provide some charts for free. For example, that's the case for France. If you go to France, you can have the VFR charts for free. You don't have to buy anything. The only thing that you have to buy, if you want to have it with you as a paper, that's the map of France, but the VFR map with all the VRBs.
Charlie Hotel Alpha descent altitude 2,000 feet.
2,000 feet for Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha. Alright, let's descend 2,000 feet. That's intriguing. That's the first time that I have an approach giving me actual altitudes to descend. Usually I'm just descending at a certain altitude already because I want to be at a certain level before the entry point. But it's quite nice. I mean, every country has different rules, obviously. It's like Switzerland, we don't have clearances, for example, for VFR. You have specific routes for entry and exit of a CTR, which means that you don't exactly do the same as, for for example, Portugal or Spain or things like that, you will ask for VFAR clearance, and you will have the EATC giving it to you with specific instructions. But in Switzerland, we don't do that. We basically do the startup right away. You don't have to ask any clearance for that.
Ukraine International 265, contact Odesa Tower 125.5.
And you will just listen to the
Tower on
ATs, and when you are ready, you will just contact the
bye-bye.
ATC, telling them who you are, where you are, what type of flight you are doing, so VFR, and the destination that you are doing. You can tell them also the outbound route that you want to take, and basically at the end you will just say, we are ready for taxi, and you will be issued a taxi instruction, and voila, you will just go from there. So that's a different way to do. Oh, radar just went offline right now, so I only have approach and tower. Hopefully we'll keep it. So we are below 3000, so mixture will go full again. How much longer until you arrive? We should arrive in about maybe 15 minutes, more or less, give or take. Let me check actually, because I can know that information. We are supposed, yeah, to arrive more or less in 15 minutes. Yeah, according to SkyDemon, at 2242 local, which is 2142 UTC, we should be arriving at our destination. And I guess we will have 16 again.
Hotel Charlie, Hotel Alpha, contact Odesa Tower 125.5.
Tower 125.5, thank you very much, and have a good night for Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha. 1255, okay, let's go. 1255. So we are 8 miles west, southwest from Sierra. Odesa Tower, good evening again. Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha.
Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha, Odesa Tower, hello again. Information, Hotel Odesa, KNH 1017, runway 216. Enter secure zone via Point Sierra, airport over Sierra.
KNH 1017, hotel is current and will enter via Sierra, next point Sierra for the Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha. Ooh, I'm having a little bit of turbulence there. Come on. No. Descend, we need to descend to 2000 feet, come on. Oh wow, I'm having such turbulence. Let's reduce a little bit the power there, because that is insane. Why am I losing that much? Oh yeah, it was quite turbulent. What's the worst weather you have had to fly in? Huge winds. Actually it was an LVP, low visibility, that I had the worst. I had maybe like 200 meters of visibility. That was very hard. I was flying with the what was it again? I think the CRJ, and I saw very at the last moment Geneva airfield, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ, and I was actually too high. So that was very difficult. Luckily for me, Geneva airfield is almost 4 kilometers long, so I had still a long runway for landing with the CRJ, but that was very daunting. almost at Sierra, which is the city just in front of us normally. Yeah, approach went offline too, so we just have tower. Luckily, it will stay online until we end. But yeah, we are a small aircraft, so we are taking much more. Let's push the power forward, so we are going a bit faster. So probably I will join downwind. I don't see why I should go to Mike, or except if there is arriving aircraft, obviously. But
runway located international 265.
Great International 265, taxi to stand number 3 via main taxiway.
To stand number 3 via taxiway, international 265.
Yeah, via main taxiway, please.
Main taxiway for reception.
Windy over there. The Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha Sierra 2000 feet.
Hotel Alpha, join the right hand down in the runway 16, report when ready for base and final.
We'll join right downwind runway 16 and we'll go back for base and final for Hotel Alpha. Alright, let's turn towards the downwind. So I don't have the information of the downwind, but usually it's 1,000 feet above. So let's go to 1,500 feet. And let's be at 1,500 feet because that will be easier. So I see the city of Odesa on the right. Well, that's not the true one, obviously, but looks quite nice from here. So airport, you see if I see it. The airport should be around here, I believe.
Odesa Tower, Ukrainian International Flight 3 Bravo.
Okay, 1,500 feet, let's stabilize here.
International Flight 3 Bravo, go ahead.
Odesa Tower, Ukrainian International Flight 3 Bravo, descending towards Oscar 220, requesting clearance for landing.
Clearance for landing. I don't see where he is.
International Flight 3 Bravo, go ahead and call me when you will be on ILS, please.
Oh, that's the other guy.
I will call you on point Oscar 220, Ukrainian International Flight 3 Bravo.
So I see the city and the airport should be over here normally, if I'm not mistaken. I think. I still don't see it, but I'm still very far from it also. I will keep the city on my right because that's normally where it should be. Do you ever try to break any laws, like flying too low near cities? When I'm on Vatsim, no. If I do some testing just for the fun, yes, that happens sometimes. But on Vatsim, I never break the law. I just do like I will do in real life. So if I need to fly, for example, on my destination, on my route, for example, if I have a city, I will try to avoid flying straight over it, unless I don't have a choice, obviously. But you see, for example, I'm trying to not fly strictly on the top of those houses, because I don't want to annoy people, even though we don't care because it's a sin. That's interesting because that water here, I don't have it on Sky Demon, so I don't see it, which annoys me a bit because that doesn't help to catch where the airport is. But I believe the airport is over there. It should be at least. Is it? Yeah, that's the airport, isn't it? Yeah, that's the airport, so we don't need to go to Mike because we are not doing any holds. Have you ever tried to land in a big city, like on the street or highway? Yes, I did that actually on
Odesa Tower, you can shop to 65 on chocks. Thank you for control. Have a good night. Bye bye.
I did that in New York. That was quite funny.
Have a good night.
That was quite funny. But somehow, you know, I want to try because we do have the cup in MSFS, and I kind of want to do what the guy, one guy did recently, to land on the Burj Khalifa, I believe, heliport, which is at the top of the building. He landed with with his cub, which is quite impressive to see. And I do remember actually, it was it was 1 year maybe ago, but
Odesa Tower, Ukraine International 53 Bravo, passing Oscar 220.
Ukraine International 53 Bravo, Odesa Tower, wind 250 degrees, 2 meters per second, runway 16, clear to land.
Ukraine International 53 Bravo, media conditions received, runway 16, cleared for landing.
Yeah, I was saying, I remember that I was flying once, I don't remember the aircraft, but I was going to Bern, and I forgot actually the fuel, and therefore I ended up with no more fuel, so I had to land on one of the highways in Switzerland. That was very amusing, and all that during an event. So that was quite fun. Okay, now I see the runway. I don't see the guy who's arriving. Can we spot the guy?
Yes, Tower, Ukraine International 53 Bravo, on the final.
He's on final. I don't see him. Well, I see the information of.
Ukraine International 53 Bravo, yeah, continue. You already have a clearance to land.
Alright, we are on the downwind.
Ukraine International 53 Bravo, clear to let continue.
Whatever, Charlie Hotel Alpha, we are on the downwind for 16.
Hotel Alpha, continue downwind, report when ready for base and final.
We continue on downwind for Hotel Alpha. Do we see the guy arriving? I don't see the guy.
Hotel Alpha, traffic information for you. Traffic is on 1 o'clock, Boeing 737, 4 miles, 1000 feet.
we are looking for the traffic for Hotel Alpha. Where is he? Boeing 737, I mean, I should be able to see it. Oh, we have the traffic inside Hotel Alpha. Alright, let's reduce the speed. Yeah, we do have the Boeing now. Nice. So I'm gonna put one notch of flaps so I can reduce my speed. Tower Hotel if I can return base and plan.
Hotel, turn on final runway 18 left, report on final.
Turn final 18 left for final for Hotel Alpha. 18 left, he said? No, hold on. I guess he was saying 16. Yeah, never mind. Never mind.
Hotel Alpha, yeah, sorry for that. Turn final runway 16, report on final.
Return for 16, we'll go final 16 for Hotel Alpha, no worries. Ooh, look at that big city that Odesa is. Nice. So runway is here. So let's turn for the final and we'll go flaps 2 and reduce even more the speed. Look at that nice sweet turn on the final.
JPL International Flight 3 landed at 2142 Zulu, runway 16 located. Right now I'm on taxiway down.
Oof, my god, he killed my ears.
International Flight 3 Bravo, welcome to Odessa, taxi to stand number 1 via taxiway main.
Taxi to stand number 1 via taxiway main.
Hotel Alpha on final 16.
Hotel Alpha, wind 230 degrees, 2 meters per second, runway 16, clear to land.
Clear to land 16 for Hotel Alpha. Alright. We are clear to land. Let me take the no, that's not the one I want. Aircraft parking, no, that's not the one I want to. Aerodrome shots, that's the one I want. Oh yeah, the taxiway actually is at the end of the runway, so I actually need to go all the way in. Well, we are a small aircraft, so you still have time for the predict. So if you want to predict my landing, you can do an exclamation mark predict space and then minus and a value, and you will have the prediction that's registering. Feel free to believe what I will do. That's very confusing because there is a runway here, but there is one here, but I have an X here. That's very confusing. I'm confused. Is that the dash 8? Looks like a dash 8. Yeah, I could definitely turn here, I guess, but that's not gonna make it. Flap straight. Ooh, that was sweet. That was sweet. So I guess I have to go to a point where I need to be able to turn. Oh, I guess I can turn here. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. So are other online at the same time as you? Yep, they are. That's the whole point of Vatsim. You are connected to a network and everyone is connecting with you, so you can see the others at the same time. Run vacated for Hotel Bravo Charlie Hotel Alpha.
Hotel Alpha taxi to stand 928 via taxiway main.
28 via taxiway main for Hotel Alpha. Alright, so landing lights off, taxi light on, strobes off. That stays like this. We'll go back to on over here. Dude, this seems OMG. Yeah, I don't give a fucking about physics. Only few. Hold on, let me lock the camera because that's hard to. I don't give a fuck about physics. Only few flew a plane once, and I don't even remember how it responded. Lol, this sim is the best. Yeah, I agree. That's insane. That is insane. I love very much MSFS. I mean, I don't need anything else. Who needs anything else? We don't care. We have MSFS, which is plenty enough. That is plenty enough. But that arrival was way great. Now, one weird thing is that I think Sim Toolkit Pro didn't work with the landing because I didn't see my landing rate. We see the other one, right? And we only need the scenery and the plane. Yay, indeed, indeed. So 28 is the not the last one, but almost. Let's slow down because we are going way too fast. No reason. That's a Ukrainian airline. So 28 should be normally the one next to that one. Yep. So what we are going to do is turn here. You do that loop here to be able to go onto it. I'm not sure if it's like this they do that, but let's pretend it is the case. So that's a dash 8. At least seems to be the case. There we go. Not exactly aligned, but we are inside the scope. Look at that huge PMDG. Parking brake. Taxi light off. We are at 1000. We go to standby here. We can even actually go off. And we can kill off the mixture. Then that. Oh, okay. I just received actually a message from the tower. just for your information, I see that you have a new scenery and we have a new runway, which is the right one. So in real life you should normally take a right one, but it's okay in Vatsim because some users still have an old scenery. Thanks for flying. Yeah, actually that's what I was wondering. So let me just answer him. Alright, other sim, you need scenery for the city, scenery for the route, plane, weather plane, and blah blah blah. Yeah, indeed, I agree. Yeah, on the explain 11, I mean, I tried to do the terrain things, the terrain scenery. It's a nightmare to do. It's taking so much time to do. It's time consuming as hell. That other plane looks huge. So you landed in the wrong lane? Actually, yes. Actually, in real life, I think I will be landing.
Odesa Tower, Ukrainian Alternative 53 Bravo,
on the wrong lane. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Slava Ukraini. Have a good night.
So that was very strange.
Cessna 53 Bravo, and pre-flight Odesa. Have a good night, Slava.
And that was overall Charlie Hotel Alpha is parked and leaving your frequency. Thank you again for the great event and for the warning for the runway. I will know that for the next time, and have a great evening and see you next time.
Hotel Alpha, yeah, no problem. You're welcome. Have a good night. Also, bye bye.
Alright, let's disconnect. And we can just kill now the radio. We are going to have a look just quickly at the scenery, just to see why it was indeed stupid. So magneto off, and we can kill the masters. Open that. Can come back here. Open, put back the chokes, and we'll bring back everything here. Okay. Alright, so let's have a look. So why it was indeed an issue. So that explains why I was indeed seeing that X here. So that's not a problem, that's indeed realistic. So Pyrig, because that's a custom scenery, a payware from Pyrig dev, they indeed did that correctly. So I had actually to come here and do that runway. Yes, so okay, yeah, I see. So I will have to take care of that next time, but let me accelerate a little bit the camera here. So yeah, you go here and basically you vacate at the end. So yeah, I would have to remember that. Jesus Christ, look at how bad it's changing that. Hold on, let me check something. Here. Hi. Yeah, let's put the 2-2 here because I'm pretty sure that's the super sampling here that is messing up so much. Yeah, well, whatever. So yeah, I guess that was an old runway. Then they pushed further the runway. Why, I have no idea, but that's what they did. So technically that thing is probably nothing less anymore. And yeah, I think what happened is when I departed, when Tower told me take taxiway 1, according to what I was looking at Sky Demon, taxiway 1 for me was that thing here, and here it was Alpha 1. And so I think I got confused with that and thought, hey, that's here, 1-6. Then I saw the cross here, but yeah, as he said, that was okay for Vatsim because there is people apparently having still an older scenery, which is that runway active here, and that one doesn't exist. So, but at least next time, if I'm flying again at Odesa, which I will probably do, because look at that, that's insane, the view. Jeez. Yeah, no, that's nice. That's not the true buildings, but I mean, that's still very nice to see. Yeah. At least next time I will know that I need to go here and not the other way. That's quite nice. But other than that, the scenery is not too bad. I mean, that's quite a nice scenery. Look at that, Odesa Mama International Airport. And there is even a small interior. Well, I guess that's a small airport, small terminal, sorry. And the big one should be... Where's the big terminal? Is it... Oh, maybe there is not a big terminal. Oh yes, the big terminal should be that one, I guess. There is... Ooh, I could even do a GSX profile for that and have them climb just here. Oh, look at that. Quite nice. There is people inside. Are they animated? No, they are not. Yeah, that is quite nice, the interior. Oh, that's for ventilation, those things. Yeah, I mean, that's nice. Ooh, that's for the custom, I guess. Ooh, there's some cars over there. Odesa. Yeah, no, that's a nice airport. That's a very nice airport. It's very well done. I mean, that's Paris. They are known to do things quite nicely. Yeah, that's really nice. And I guess the general aviation normally is over there. I think because those parking here are more for bigger aircraft. Yeah, I could have been here also. That's small positions. I wonder if it's those stands are like in Switzerland, because for example in Geneva, when you go in Geneva, there is a specific stands on the North Apron that you cannot go there without being pushed back actually. So you arrive, for example, over here, and you don't go just like this and you will be facing the wall. You will be going forward on the main taxiway, and a tug will come to you and push you back so you are facing the runway, because that's the only way to go back from that position. Otherwise you will be crashing your aircraft while trying to turn. So but those ones are quite nice, because if there is nobody, not too big at least, you can do what I did, just enter from the other stand and just do that loop and you are perfectly fine. Yeah, that's intriguing. Well, at least that was fun. That was fun. They should update their UKBB. Yeah, I don't have that one. Their UKBB doesn't look Pararig standard. Oh, okay, interesting. Interesting. Have a good night, sir, and try to land on the runway the next time, or I'll call you a recent fool. Well, technically that's not the taxiway. That's not like in Lisbon, which the old runway is now a taxiway. So it's not technically an recent fool. But I got you. I got you. Thanks for the stream, dude. Thank you very much for Manicom for coming. I appreciate it as always. Have a good night, man, and see you next time. That's really cool that you can explore the airport. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the beauties of flying on MSFS. So let's see. I'm gonna wrap up for tonight. So let's see if we can maybe. Yeah, I have nobody actually to raid, sadly. Well, we'll do no raid this time, 10. No problem. That will be for another time. Thank you for everyone for coming. I appreciate very much. It's always a pleasure to have people on the stream and to have a chat with everyone. It gives more depth of my flight. Thank you for also a big shout out for the VAC Ukraine that was doing the event tonight. Big event. Well, big event for me. After that, everyone is up to think what they want. But for me, that was a great event, great location. Odesa, very nice, and very lovely region. We'll do surely a lot more flights in Ukraine. We'll see where, but we'll definitely do more flights in Ukraine because that was very nice. And thank you for keeping my love for VFR alive. Boa noite, até a próxima. Muito obrigado, Lemonada, for a tua presença, and tenha uma boa noite. Até a próxima. Abraço, amigo. And yeah, so that's all for tonight, guys. Thank you again, and I shall see you for the next time. If you are not yet on the Discord, you can join it. Let me give you the link. Discord. There we go. So if you want to join the Discord, here is the link. That's where I announce all my future streams and I share knowledge with everyone, talk with everyone. So feel free to join it. It's not mandatory. You join if you want. But that's the best way to be kept posted, up to date. So have a great night, guys, and see ya next time. See ya. Bye bye, Spoff.